Oh, hey, Sharon Horne-Ellstrom, itching my nose. I actually feel rotten today. I hate to admit it, but my head's cloggy, my head, my sinuses, my nose, my throat's tickly, coffee. Just one of those days where maybe I should have just stayed in bed a little longer. So, today, day 1513 of What You Up To Now. What are we doing? What are we talking about? What are we working on? Yesterday, I didn't get much done. Today, I will attempt at getting more done, but I might not. I might just lay low again, see if I can't knock this cold out of my system. I guess I get a cold often and I whine about it every time, like that does any good. So today we talked about, for our annual challenge, BU 365-day challenge, to do one thing every day that improves us, we're working on, in this segment, our mental well-being. And we talked about identity, all the things and all the components of our identity, the big categories of things that make up our identity, the influence and the impact of our family, our friends, society, our culture, other people, the media, all the different things that impact what makes up our identity. And really, bottom line, all of it gets taken into consideration, but it's ultimately up to us to decide who we are, who we want to be. Our self-image is tied into our identity, and then show up in the world as that person. We want to be, and I shared this in Supersize Your Business because our idiom today was mistaken identity. We don't want to be mistaken for anybody else. We want to all be unique unicorns. All of us want to be ourselves. I think, and maybe I'm wrong. I mean, some people maybe want to be copycats of other people, but I honestly believe that every human being on the planet just wants to be ourselves and to be accepted and appreciated and loved for who we really are and how we show up in the world. And that's part of why we show up with all of our differences, is because we want to be accepted and appreciated for the differences in the things that we bring to the table, not the things that other people judge us as lacking. So I'm getting off on a tangent, but I think it's really important. We talked about in Supersize Your Business how to avoid having your identity stolen or be mistaken for someone else. Sometimes copying is a form of flattery, but a lot of the times it doesn't feel that way. It feels painful and it feels like a violation. And so we want to make sure that we're doing the things that we can do to not have people rip us off or copy us or take our identity or use the things that we create for their own benefit. I think if you've been online long enough, somebody's going to steal your stuff. It's part of why, in addition to my vision challenges, I do a lot of video. It's really hard for somebody to steal your ideas and thoughts if you're sharing them in a video. Earlier in the online world, I did a lot of blogging and things, and I'd see my exact same posts under someone else's name, word for word, verbatim, the blogs that I had posted. So as my vision started to deteriorate, I thought, okay, I'm scared to do video, but I'm going to have to figure it out, because that is how I'm going to have to show up in the world. And that's also the side benefit, is that it protects your identity. Nobody else is me, and I am nobody else. So we uniquely get to show up as we are. I think it's interesting. A couple of the main components of identity are continuity and contrast. Continuity being, do people know what to expect from you? Are you pretty much the same throughout time? And I found a notebook the other day of things I was doing in 2012. It's not that long ago, but I have notebooks back decades. And it's funny to me how often I'll look at them and I'll see the common thread of my personality and my core values and everything that comes through. There's this constant, continuous thread of who I am, and I think that people know who that is, and they know what to expect. I'm not like all over the place and super volatile when it comes to, hey, these are my thoughts, these are my feelings, these are my beliefs, this is that part of my personality. Especially with respect to business and how business should be done, things like that. Everybody has a different value system and moral compass and personality traits, and I think one of the best ways to showcase that is by showing up consistently, whatever consistently is for you. Maybe once a month you show up and you interact with the people that you're here to serve. Maybe it's once a week, maybe it's every day, whatever feels right and works for you. So mistaken identity and identity, I thought it was interesting. I learned that the average number of components that go into somebody's personality, the average is 700, 750. That's a lot. When we think about there's 750 things that, like, data points that make up our average personality, I thought that was fascinating, because we always think that we're only like, 5 or 6 different things. Hey, I'm a white single grandma, 62 years old, etc. So realize that there's a whole lot more to our identity than the couple of things that we first think of. There's a whole lot more to us, and we know that. We're like an iceberg, right? What we show to the world is just this little part of our personality, but all these other things make us up. All the experiences we've ever had, all the thoughts and feelings and emotions and interactions we've ever had, even the ones we didn't consciously feel like we were aware of, things happening around us, our minds and our brains and our subconscious is always collecting all that information. Even if we don't, we were talking about memory the other day, even if we don't explicitly describe it or be able to regurgitate it, a lot more is going into us and becoming a part of us than we actually even realize. All right, I'm going to go lay low today. Have an awesome day. If I can help you in any way, ask. Otherwise, I'll be with you tomorrow just to fill you in on what's going on, and hopefully my cold will be much, much better. All right, have an awesome day.